Next, question number 12. In the figure, a proton moves a distance d in uniform electric field E as shown in the figure. Does the electric field do a positive or negative work on the proton? Does the electric potential energy of the proton increases or decreases? तर हा बेसिक रूल आहे. ग्रॅव्हिटेशनल फील्ड असलं काय, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड असलं काय आणि मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड असलं काय, वॉट एव्हर मे बी द फील्ड, when work done is positive then energy increases, potential energy increases. एक सोपं एक्झाम्पल आपल्याला माहिती आहे. सपोज दिस इज ए स्टोन of mass m. Now it is falling vertically downward due to the force of gravity, and now we have to move the stone through distance d in the opposite direction. So work done W is equal to F dot ds. ds is a displacement like this. So this F into ds into cos of theta like this. This is the basic equation. So in this case, theta is equal to 180 degree, and therefore this is equal to minus F into ds. So work done is the negative, but the potential energy is given by mgh. So as height increases, the potential energy also increases like this. Now if the body goes in the direction of the force, then theta will be 0, then work done will be positive. So theta is equal to 0 degree, work done is positive. Theta is equal to 180 degree, work done is the negative. This is the work done by the field, gravitational field. Now what to find work done by the electric field. So now consider our case. So the figure is given like this. This is the direction of electric field E. This is a positively charged proton and it moves in this direction. So this distance is d like this. So proton has positive charge. So Fe is equal to electric force acting on a proton of charge plus E in electric field E. So Fe is equal to Q into E is equal to plus E into E. So Fe and E are in same direction. So the force acting on the proton is in this direction. Now this is the displacement x. Since proton moves in the direction opposite to Fe, therefore theta is equal to 180 degree. Therefore work done W is equal to F dot x is equal to Fx cos of theta. So this is equal to F into x is equal to d into cos of 180 degree. So that is equal to minus 50. minus FD. So work is done by the proton, work done by electric field on proton is negative, but work done by proton against the electric field, against the electric field is positive, is positive. हे आपण केमिस्ट्रीमध्ये जसं बघतो वर्क डन बाय द गॅस, वर्क डन ऑन द गॅस, इफ वर्क इज डन बाय द गॅस ड्युरिंग द व्हॉल्यूम एक्सपान्शन देन इट इज पॉझिटिव्ह. सेम केस इज हियर. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट. नाउ see the motion. Since charge plus charge Q is equal to plus E moves opposite to electric field E, it is moving from lower potential to higher potential. Because in this direction potential decreases, because in the direction of E, in the direction of E, as distance R increases, then potential V decreases. So this is a lower potential point, this is a higher potential point, and the charge is moving from lower potential to higher potential, and therefore potential energy increases. So work done by the proton is positive. So positive increases. This choice will be correct, and therefore D is correct. D is correct. तर हा एक जनरल रूल आहे. वर्क डन पॉझिटिव्ह असेल तर पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी पण इन्क्रीज होईल, वर्क डन निगेटिव्ह असेल तर पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी पण डिक्रीज होते. So D choice is correct. Like this. So these concepts are very important. Last year we have seen the universal principle of potential energy, and in that relation we have used this relation. F is equal to minus du by dr. This is the formula, and therefore F into dr is equal to minus du. So du is the potential energy. So if these two are in opposite direction, then F into dr into cos of 180 degree is equal to minus du. So this is equal to 180 degree is equal to minus. So F into dr is equal to minus du, minus minus will get cancelled, and therefore du is equal to F into dr, and this is positive. The opposite direction असेल तर potential energy positive, तर या इक्वेशन पण प्रूव्ह करता येतं. Next, question number 13. A soap bubble is charged to a potential of 16 volt. Its radius is then doubled. The potential of the bubble now will be. So, this is a spherical bubble, soap bubble, whose radius is r. Some charge is given Q, therefore its potential is V. So, bubble is a charged sphere. Charged sphere of radius equal to r, having potential V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. Since during the increasing radius r, Q remains same, therefore potential V is inversely proportional to R. Using A, V2 upon V1 is equal to R1 upon R2, but radius is doubled, therefore new radius R2 is equal to 2 times R1, therefore V2 upon V1 is equal to R1 upon 2 times R1, that is equal to 1/2. Therefore V2 is equal to V1 by 2. The first potential V1 is given 16 volt and you have to find the new potential, and therefore V2 is equal to 16 by 2, that is equal to 8 volt. So new potential, when the radius is doubled, new potential V2 will become half, inversely proportional to R. So the correct choice is the B. B is correct. Like this. Question number 16 is related with question number 13, this arrangement of soap bubble. It is a charged soap bubble. Now we are considering the charged drop. So I will read the question. If 8 similar charged drops combine means coalesce to form a bigger drop, then the ratio of the capacitance of the big drop to that of smaller drop will be equal to. So for a charged sphere, like drop, capacity C is equal to, this is a very important formula, 4 pi epsilon naught r. C is equal to capacity of heat drop of radius is equal to r. Therefore, C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r. This is equal to 1. C dash is equal to each small drop capacity of bigger drop of radius equal to capital R after combining 8 smaller drops. N is equal to 8 smaller drops. Therefore, C dash is equal to, again it is a spherical body. This is equal to second. So, 2 by 1 gives the new capacity C dash upon C is equal to capital R upon small r. This is equation 3. Now we will use the property volume remaining constant. During coalescing, volume remains constant. Therefore, volume of single big drop is equal to volume of 8 smaller droplets. Therefore, since it is a spherical body, we will use the formula 4/3 pi r3. This is a single drop, so 1 multiplied by. Now on this side, 8 multiplied by volume of the single droplet is equal to this one, and therefore r cube is equal to 8 r cube. Therefore, r is equal to 2 times r. This is equation 4. Put 4 in 3. Therefore, new capacity upon real capacity is equal to 2 times r upon r, that is equal to 2 upon 1. So, C dash S to C is equal to 2 S to 1. This is the correct answer. So, new capacity becomes double. Therefore, the correct choice is A, 2 S to 1. हा प्रॉब्लेम पोटेन्शियलसाठी पण विचारला जाऊ शकतो. इथे पण रेडिएट डबल झाली, म्हणजे पोटेन्शियलची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला काढता येईल, पण त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला चार्जेस पण कन्सिडर करावे लागतात. या टाईपचा प्रॉब्लेम पण लास्ट पेपरमध्ये कन्सिडर केलेला आहे तो लक्षात. Actually, for spherical conductor, this is a very important equation. Capacity C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r. याचा एक बेस्ट यूज आपण लास्ट इयरला बघितला होता. ए सिंगल कंडक्टर्स ऑफ capacity 1 farad is practically not possible. Why? So here we have separated 1 farad and 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 1 upon 9 into 10 to 9. So we will require a sphere, maybe metallic or maybe charge drop etc. But its radius will be 9 into 10 to 9. म्हणजे अर्थच्या रेडियसपेक्षा 1000 times 10⁴ times बिगर अशा साईजचा आपल्याला स्पियर तयार करावा लागेल. प्रॅक्टिकली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो ए सिंगल कंडक्टर ऑफ कॅपॅसिटी 1 फॅरेड इज नॉट पॉसिबल, बट इट इज पॉसिबल विथ युजिंग द कंडेन्सर इन सिरीज अँड पॅरलल. तर तिथे आपण ही फॉर्म्युला यूज केला होता. इव्हन इथे जर आपण रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ आर सबस्टिट्यूट केली 6400 किलोमीटर, तर आपल्याला अर्थची कॅपॅसिटी पण काढता येईल. मग सो अर्थ इज अ गुड कंडक्टर अँड इट इज हॅव्हिंग कॅपॅसिटी आय थिंक नियरली इट इज 477 मायक्रोफॅरेड एटसेट्रा लाईक दिस. तर हे कॅल्क्युलेशन ह्या इक्वेशन आपण केलेलं आहे. सो दिस इक्वेशन इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर स्पेरिकल बॉडी. द कॅपॅसिटी ऑफ द स्पेरिकल बॉडी इज गिवन बाय 4 pi epsilon naught k r, where k is a surrounding medium. It is generally taken as air like this. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 14. ॲक्च्युली त्याला आपण स्टार केलेलं आहे, कारण कंडेन्सर इन सिरीज अँड पॅरलल या ज्या दोन अरेंजमेंट आहेत त्याच्या सर्व प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला एकाच प्रॉब्लेमला यूज करायचा आहे. चार्ज, पोटेन्शियल, देन capacity like this. The charge deposited on 4 microfarad capacitor in the circuit is so the circuit is given like this. So I will draw the circuit and it is given like this. This is a battery. So remember the symbol for battery. Positive, negative. V is equal to 12 volt. Now there is a parallel arrangement of two condensers. Here is a third condenser which is connected here like this. So we will denote it by C1, C2 and this is C3. C1 is equal to 4 microfarad, 2 microfarad, 2 microfarad and this is equal to 6 microfarad. So what to find? The charge on 4 microfarad. So the charge distribution is like this. Here this positive terminal will supply the charge Q. So it will flow in this direction. Plus Q, minus Q and again plus Q. So this plus Q charge is divided into the two parts Q1, Q2. This Q1, Q2 will add and again total charge plus Q will return to the positive terminal. So we have to find Q1. Q1 is equal to question mark. So I will denote these points like this. This point is say A or P R, and this point is say D. So at point R the charge is divided into the two parts like this. So first we have to find Q. At point R Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 equation 1. Between R and D, C1 in parallel with C2, therefore V1 is equal to potential difference across C1 is equal to potential difference across C2. Therefore V1 is equal to V2. Therefore Q1 upon C1 is equal to Q2 upon C2. So we know this relation, C is equal to Q by V, and therefore V is equal to Q by C. This is the basic relation, and therefore Q1 upon Q2 is equal to C1 upon C2 is equal to 4 microfarad upon 2 microfarad, that is equal to 2. Sorry, this is small q1, small q2, small q1, small q1, small q2 is equal to C1 upon C2. Therefore, q1 by 2 is equal to q2. This is equation second. Put 2 in 1. Therefore, q is equal to q1 plus q1 by 2, that is equal to 3 times q1 by 2. q is equal to q1 is equal to 2 by 3. This is equation E. हे आपल्याला q काढायचा आहे. आता q कसा काढता येईल, त्यासाठी आपल्याला सिरीज पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन यूज करावं. Let I will write down in short. Cp is equal to capacity between the point R and D is equal to C1 parallel C2, and therefore Cp is equal to C1 plus C2, 4 plus 2, that is equal to 6 microfarad. This is equation 3. Now आता हा आपण बघा PRD. So the figure becomes like this. PRD. So between R and D, this capacity is Cp. Between P and R, this capacity is C3, and across it a potential V is equal to 12 volt is applied, positive, negative. So this is the charge Q. 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 तर हे दोघं सिरीज मध्ये आले. मग नाउ C3 and Cp are in series. Therefore CPD is equal to CS. So 1 upon CS is equal to 1 upon C3 plus 1 upon Cp, that is equal to, this C3 is equal to 6 microfarad, 1 upon 6 plus Cp is equal to 6. So this is equal to 2 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 3, and therefore CS is equal to 3 microfarad. This is equation 4. Therefore Q is equal to charge supplied by cell. Therefore Q is equal to CS into V. So 3 multiplied by 12, that is equal to 36 microcoulomb. हा माइक्रोफॅरड मध्ये, हा माइक्रोकूलम मध्ये. So Q is equal to this much. This is equation 5. So put Q here. Therefore Q1 is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by Q. 2 by 3 multiplied by 36. 2 multiplied by 12, and therefore Q1 is equal to 24 microcoulomb. This is the chart on C1. Chart on C1 is equal to 4 microfarad. 24 microcoulomb, that is equal to 24 into 10 is to minus 6 coulomb. So this is the charge distribution. So correct choice is C. C is correct. तर सिरीज पॅरललच्या सर्व कॉम्प्लिकेशनमध्ये येऊन गेले एकाच प्रॉब्लेममध्ये. चेक करा, आपल्याला फिगरमध्ये C1 वरचा चार्ज पाहिजे. सो द चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्युशन इज लाईक दिस. द बॅटरी विल सेंड द चार्ज Q. It is given here by induction minus Q charge is induced, by induction plus Q charge is induced. This plus Q charge at point R, it is divided into the two parts. Some charge Q1 is given to the 4 microfarad. So some charge Q1 is given to the 4 microfarad capacitor, that we have to find. We have to find Q1. Q1 is equal to question mark. And therefore at point Q, the total at point R, the total charge Q is divided into the two parts. Therefore this is equation 1. Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Actually this is a law similar to the Kirchhoff's current law or electricity. Now between point R and D, these two are in parallel. So parallel arrangement, charge is divided Q1 Q2, but potential remains same. So potential across C1 is equal to potential difference across C2. So V1 is equal to V2. By this definition, V is equal to Q by C. So Q1 upon C1 is equal to Q2 upon C2. So Q1 upon Q2 is equal to C1 upon C2. So C1 is equal to 4 microfarad, C2 is equal to 2 microfarad. So this Q1 upon Q2 ratio comes to be 2. And therefore, Q2 is equal to Q1 by 2. Substitute this Q2 here. Therefore, total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q1 by 2, that is equal to 3 Q1 by 2, and therefore Q1 is equal to 2 by 3 times Q. इथपर्यंत काय थेरॉटिकल प्रॉब्लेम विचारलेला असतो आपल्याला. आता हा Q काढायचा. Q इज ए टोटल चार्ज सप्लाइड बाय द सेल अँड इट इज ऑब्टेन बाय दिस टोटल कॅपॅसिटी ऑफ द C1, C2, C3 and potential V. Charge Q is equal to CS into V. So these two are in parallel, their capacity is equal to 4 plus 2 is equal to 6 microfarad. Now this CP parallel combination has capacity CP. CP and C3, they are in series as shown in the figure. So this series combination has capacity CS. So 1 upon CS is equal to 1 upon C3 plus 1 upon CP. So this total capacity is 6. This is also 6. 6 in series with 6, the capacity will become half. It is 3 microfarad. So CS is equal to 3 microfarad. So 3 microfarad into 12 volt. So answer is 36 microcoulomb. This is in microcoulomb. This is in microfarad. Therefore this is in microcoulomb. Therefore Q1 is equal to 2 by 3 times Q. 2 by 3 multiplied by Q is equal to 36 microcoulomb. So it comes to be 24 microcoulomb. 24 into 10 to minus 6. मग हा जर चार्ज 24 असेल आणि टोटल चार्ज इथून 36 आला तर इकडे 12 येईल. सो 24 मायक्रोकुलम, 12 मायक्रोकुलम अँड दिस इज 36 मायक्रोकुलम. So the charges are like this. This charge supplied by the cell to the C3 is 36 microcoulomb. It is divided into the two part. This is having capacity 4 microfarad. More capacity, it will have more charge. It is 24 microcoulomb and this is 12 microcoulomb. 36, 24 and 12. These are the charges. So in parallel arrangement, the charge is divided into the two part Q1, Q2. In series arrangement, charge remains same. So charge on this, in this separate figure, the charge on C3, this C3 and parallel combination of these two, this charge remains same in series arrangement. Charge is divided into the parallel arrangement. So charge is divided, charges remain same. Potential remains same, potential is divided. So these are the basic properties of series and parallel arrangement, like this. So in the theory we have seen that when the condenser is partly filled with 2, 3, 4 medi, thickness wise or area wise, then what is the capacitance? That theory we have to apply in this problem number 15. Therefore we have made the star. A parallel plate air capacitor. So first medium is air. A parallel plate air capacitor has capacitance C when it is half filled with the dielectric constant 5 ohm. The percentage increase in the capacity will be. So capacity increases by how much percentage, that we have to calculate. So the arrangement is like this. This is the original capacitor. This separation is the D. This area is A. Now it is half filled like this. So this K2 is equal to 5. K1 is equal to 1. This capacity is C1. This capacity is C2. Like this. So C is equal to original capacity of air condenser. Therefore, C is equal to A K1 epsilon naught upon D. K1 is equal to 1 for air. Therefore, C is equal to A epsilon naught upon D. This is the equation 1. C dash is equal to new capacity when the space between two plates is partially filled. By two media having thickness D1 D2 and dielectric constant K1 K2. K1 and K2 respectively. So this thickness is D1 is equal to D by 2 half. This thickness is D2. This is also D by 2. And therefore, C dash is equal to A epsilon naught into bracket 1 upon D1 upon K1 plus 1 upon D2 upon K2. This is the basic relation. Check the equation, dimensionally correct. A epsilon naught upon D. So this is equal to A epsilon naught 1 upon. This equation can also be written as if D is equal to total separation between the two plates T is equal to thickness of dielectric slab then D1 is equal to D minus T and D2 is equal to T. So this equation can also be remembered as this is equal to D1 is equal to D minus T plus 1 upon T by K. You can remember this relation either in this form or in this form. This is D minus T upon 1. For air it is dielectric constant is equal to 1. तर दोघांपैकी कुठलाही फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला यूज करता येऊ शकेल. So substitute here. So A epsilon naught into bracket 1 upon D minus D by 2 plus 1 upon D by 2, thickness is D by 2 multiplied by K is equal to 5. So A epsilon naught into bracket 1 upon D by 2 plus 1 upon d by 10, 1 upon d by 10, and therefore A epsilon naught 2 by d plus 10 by d. So this is equal to A epsilon naught multiplied by 12 by d, 12 by d. Sorry. This equation can be arranged like this. A epsilon naught d by 2 plus d by 10, and this is equal to A epsilon naught. Now LCM is 10, so this is equal to 5 times d plus this is equal to only d. So C dash is equal to A epsilon naught into 6d by 10, that is equal to 10 by 6 A epsilon naught d, 5 by 3 times C. By 3 A epsilon naught upon d. So this is equation 2. So this is original capacity without dielectric slab. This is the new capacity with dielectric slab. Therefore, put 1 in 2. Therefore, C dash is equal to 5 by 3 times C. This is equation 3. Therefore, C dash is greater than C. So by addition of dielectric slab, the capacity increases from C to C dash. Now, either we have to find the new capacity or we have to find the percentage increase. So that percentage increase can be calculated like this. Delta C is equal to increasing capacity is equal to C dash minus C is equal to 5 by 3 times C minus C, that is equal to 2 by 3 times C. A relative increase in capacity. Relative means delta C upon C, that is equal to 2 by 3, that is equal to 0.6667. And therefore, percentage increase in capacity is equal to delta C upon C relative increase multiplied by 100%. So 0.6667 multiplied by 100, that is equal to 66.67%. So percentage increase in capacity is equal to 66.67%. So this is the correct answer, and therefore B choice is correct. B is correct. B is correct. So when the condenser is partially filled, its capacity increases. like this. So this is the result. So these two relations are important. These two relations. So C dash is equal to A epsilon naught upon D minus T by K1 plus T by K2. The दोन मीडियम तीन मीडियम त्याच्यात अजून एक टर्म ऍड होते 1 प्लस D3 अपॉन K3 असे ऍड होऊन जातात. ही व्हॅल्यू इथे डिनॉमिनेटरला पाहिजे. A epsilon naught upon D1 upon K1 plus D2 upon K2 for 2 medi. For 3 medi there will be a term D3 plus D3 upon K3 etc. like this. तर ह्या टाईपचा अजून एक प्रॉब्लेम पुढे दिलेला आहे. थिकनेसच्या व्हॅल्यू बदललेल्या असतील. थिकनेस काय डायरेक्ट दिलेले नसतात आपल्याला, त्या कॅल्क्युलेट करावं लागतात. आणि डायलेक्ट्रिक कॉन्स्टंट पण बदललेला असेल लक्षात. ओके, विल स्टॉप हिअर. सो वी विल सी द रिमेनिंग टू प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ द सेम टाईप वेअर दिस इक्वेशन इज यूज. C dash is equal to this equation. By using this equation we can solve two more problems. Next time we will solve them. Okay, we will stop here.